How has it come to this? When the heat of the moment dies down, Kyoji comes to his senses, sluggishly putting his clothes on. He looks on, dazed. Just this afternoon, they were both worried about what happened to Akane. They were unable to shake off the guilt, so they racked their brains. They couldn't come up with anything they couldn't do to help her, either. Aoi slowly gets to her feet. She refuses to look Kyoji in the eye. Her bangs hang over her face, hiding her expression from sight. She gropes for the dress on the floor and pulls it towards her. What am I to do? Namiki? Gino-kun, you're Akane-chan's, but... What do you mean he's Akane's? Hey, Namiki, what are you saying? Kyoji tries to put her hand on her shoulders, but she recoils from his touch. Realizing her face is wet with tears, Kyoji gulps. It's the thing that she's, this whole time, the, secret, is the thing, the reason that she's like, oh, it's my fault actually. Is it genuinely just that Akane has always told Namiki, like Aoi, that she's had a crush on Kyoji, and Aoi was like, oh, but I also want Kyoji, and they had a fight over it, and now Aoi has gotten Kyoji, so that's why Akane went after Sadashima. Is that it? That is so stupid. That is so fucking stupid. You're all dumb. You're all dumb. I wish I could just disappear. Why would she say such a thing? Why is she suddenly like this? Just minutes ago, she was acting so lewdly, moaning with pleasure. Hey, Namiki. Kyoji reaches out to Aoi, but just as his hand is about to touch her shoulder, something jumps out in front of them. You know what? I take it. Fuck off. Fuck all of them. Oh my god, they are so boring. I was having such high hopes for Aoi. I was actually enjoying Aoi. But she's as dumb as Akane. Oh my god, she is as dumb as Akane. Kyoji jumps backwards in surprise. It's a miracle he didn't scream out loud. Someone's face just popped out directly beside them. So you want to disappear? You want to disappear, do you? It suddenly speaks in a shrill metallic screech. It's wearing an odd mask and a peculiar hat. Sona looks like a very large man, but it's hard to tell because his body is bent at an odd angle. Noticing that something is amiss, Aoi sluggishly lifts her face. Who are you? How long have you been there? How long have I been here? How long have I been where? I'm me, Samai, and I have been here all this time. The man straightens up and starts to sway left and right. What is this guy? An inexplicable sense of terror makes the pit of Kyoji's stomach go cold. And that was pretty much a non-answer. It doesn't feel like he's getting through to him at all. This man in an odd mask wears a black mantle, the shadow of night itself, so the shape of his body is impossible to make out. Ichi has just fallen on his behind and can't immediately get back up, so he can only watch as this strange man leaps high up into the air. He's moving like some kind of clockwork toy. Now he makes a silent, graceful landing. Oh, I haven't introduced myself. That's no good at all. My name is... At that point, the man twirls in place. Goa. He twirls around and around and then effortlessly leaps into the air again. Gore Screaming Show! And then Go, rolled at odds with the vehemence with which he launched himself, lands with the gracefulness of a cherry blossom. His movement defies gravity. Kyoji can't even hear his feet touch the ground. Gore pinches up the hem of his mantle and curtsies like a little girl. Do call me Gore. Kyoji and Aoi continue to stare at Gore, who's cocking his head. They're lost for words. Forgetting to do as much as blink, they can only stare at this strange man. They can't even imagine what's coming next. And Kyoji realizes that when they have no idea what's coming next, sometimes you can't move a muscle. On Gore's lips, peeking out behind his mask, is a complacent smile, illuminated by the faint light shining in through the window. The two pom-poms attached to his silly hat start shaking. At this point, Gore's mantle parts in two. The man's hands emerge from within, a doll in each of them, sock puppets they call them. Kyoji has no idea what kind of paint he must use, but the puppets on his hands are slightly fluorescent, and clearly visible even in the dark. One of them is a boy puppet, and unless he's imagining it, it resembles Kyoji himself. And the other doll looks like Aoi. Now then, come on. It's the Otonashi Mansion's famous The Adorable Gore's Puppet Show. Now let's begin. Begin we shall. Somebody claps. Kyoji jumps at the unexpected sound. Break a leg, Gore! Kyoji has no idea when or how she got there, but Yuka's sitting on the bed, clapping enthusiastically. You know what, fuck it, let's go, Gore! Gore turns towards Yuka and has the dolls bow to her reverently, before turning back to Kyoji and Aoi. Nice to meet you, I'm Aoi, Namiki Aoi. Actually, there's something I have to confess. Confess what? Let's hear it, what do you have to say? You see, I actually... At this point, the Aoi puppet starts to squirm and fidget bashfully. What is it? Come on, spit it out. Oh, but it's so shameful. But since burying myself in front of Kyoji gets me all hot and bothered, I'm gonna say, I actually hate Kazuyagi Akane's guts. Kyoji feels Aoi shudder violently next to him. I mean, same girl. Okay. You what? What a twist! I thought you were best friends. Well, wrong. That woman is just looking down on me, gloomy, timid, slow, Aoi. What will she do without me? Is what she thinks. Yeah. But I know what she's really like, so I hate that woman's guts. That's not... Aoi calls out. No, I don't hate her, Akane-chan. Akane-chan is my... But that woman doesn't even see it. She's convinced she's being so nice to me. Imagine being that dumb. My dad died, my brother died, and I became poor, so I'm being pitied like I'm some kind of charity case. That's right, I'm a pitiable creature, and I hate how pathetic I am, and that pisses me off even more. But I have to get along with her. If I have no friends, I'll sound like in class and people might start bullying me. I guess I'll have to put up with her. She's the most popular girl in class after all. Yeah, it does make sense. Like Aoi, if that is true, it is a plan. Oh, that's not true. Aoi's been reduced to cowering on the floor, cradling her head in her hands. I don't get these characters why they fight it though. Like, yeah. Okay. Seeing Aoi crumble like this, Gore lets out a shrill laugh, and at the same time, the Kyoji puppet on the other hand starts trembling. Whoa, girl, you're all scary. Coincidentally, that thought has just crossed Kyoji's mind. Yeah, he's so simple-minded. Like, he's so stupid. Like, people will do anything to preserve themselves. He realizes, not without bitterness, that his brows are furrowed. Totally unaware of it, he was ready to say the contents of Gore's puppet show as gospel. You can't stay here. Deep inside him, someone issues a warning. Namiki, we're getting out of here. Huh? Oh, he looks up at Kyoji, her eyes streaked with tears. Let's just get out of here. Get dressed. Yeah. They were so caught up in the moment they forgot, but Aoi hasn't even put on her clothes back on. And this is Yuka's house to begin with. To get up to such shenanigans, especially under the circumstances, that isn't like them. But now that they've come to, they've realized what they did was terribly rude to the people living here. That say, they did have a nerve to waltz right into that room like that. Nah, it's their house. They can do it. You know what, fuck it, they can do that. They have every right to just air out your shit. Kyoji turns towards Yuka. So this is your hatter? Pretty crappy hospitality if you ask me. Really? I think it's fun. Yuka's smirk doesn't waver in the slightest. You call this fun? Telling all those hurtful lies? Oh, they're not lies. Everything we told you is the truth. All of it. That woman just keeps it hidden away somewhere deep in her heart. It's not even that horrible of a thing. Like, am I crazy? It's not even that horrible. Like, I would understand it. It's just self-preservation from Aoi. Like, Akane is a piece of shit. It was so obvious, like, immediately I clocked on. And I was like, yeah, I fucking hate Akane for treating Aoi like that. Like, it's so obvious that she's just treating her like a, oh, you poor little pathetic, like, person who's just so sick and feeble and weak. You can't do anything. Oh, don't worry, I will remind you every single moment of the day that you are weak, pathetic, and feeble. I would clock the bitch. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, I experience those types of people every day in my life. And I hate them. I will hate them until the day I die. And, like, I will always hold resentment and bitterness towards those people. Aoi, you're completely in the right. Fuck those people. Like, fuck the people who keep reminding you that you are weak. Nah, fuck them. You are... I don't care. It's fine to hate her for the things she says and does. Like, it's not that terrible. Like, if she isn't, like, an abuser, if she isn't, like, telling Akane all this time, like, how much she hates her, if she isn't, like, doing stuff to, like, be horrible to her and to ruin her life, I mean, it's not really doing anything wrong. Like, if it's in her heart that she hates her, fuck it, really. Who cares? I'm kind enough to show you what she's really like, and you're mad at me? Like Kyoji. Yuka's fair lips contour as she cocks her head in puzzlement. Look at her expression, it's clear that she doesn't feel the slightest bit guilty about that nasty skip from earlier, or this entire situation. Feels stupid for thinking that maybe she's not a bad girl after all, even for a moment. When they first met, and when he met her again by the well, he got a sense of abnormality from her, that must be her true nature. Shut up, who'd believe anything coming out of your mouth? It probably is the truth, but who cares if it is the truth? Spits this out furiously. Namiki, are you done getting dressed? Yeah. Glancing at her, Kyoji finds that she hasn't put on her Naojo uniform that's still hanging where it was, but the dress Yuka lent her. Oh, she is still holding on to that. That will bite you in the ass. Even after everything Yuka said, are we still wearing that dress? But while this does bother him, now's not the time to crawl about it. Yeah, she's still holding on to that. Let's go. Kyoji picks up his uniform jacket and tugs on Aoi's arm. Is Aoi just gonna leave her uniform there? You're leaving, but we haven't even gotten to the important scene. You can't leave in the middle of the show, no you can't. As Gore protests, his whole body wobbles and twists. Kyoji runs past him and makes for the exit. The hand touches the doorknob, but the moment it does, a powerful force pulls him back into the room. Whoa! They're thrown onto the bed. The mattress springs make them bounce. Just watch a little longer. Don't worry, I'll pay what you want after the show. Gore's hand slid back into his mantle. No way. Kyoji's startled. If he isn't mistaken, Gore just grabbed the two of them by the collar and threw them back onto the bed. But he could swear Gore hasn't moved an inch. And it's easily 3 meters from where he's standing to the door. Also the way his hands went back into his mantle. The abnormal length of his arms. But when he amused himself with that absurd puppet show just now, they looked normal length. That's no good. No manners at all. Even in the cinema, you don't get up and leave halfway through. You'd be in the other viewer's way. Isn't that right, Yuka? Quite right. You have to watch until the end or it'll kill our motivation. Like Gore. They share an amicable look and cock their heads in unison. Hina-kun. Aoi clings to Kyoji fearfully. Gore's hands emerge from his mantle again. On them he's once again wearing the puppets. Now then, let's carry on. Kyoji bites his lips and takes Aoi's hand. Let's go. He makes a dash for the door again. Something deep down tells him he mustn't watch any more of this puppet show. A grim premonition that something terrible is waiting for them if they don't get away right now. This time they don't get pulled back and make it out into the corridor. No manners at all. Too true, we'll have to scold them later. Kyoji can hear them conversing lightheartedly inside the room. Quickly, let's get out of here. You are not leaving. He gives Aoi's hand a good squeeze, but she doesn't say anything or reply. Two of them speed down the dark corridor. As large as this mansion is, it isn't that large. Soon enough, the stairway leading downstairs comes into view. Kyoji peers out of the window onto the landing. There are still thick clouds hanging in the sky, letting out every last ray of moonlight, but the rain does seem to have stopped. When they get down to the floor below, the entrance hall should have been right in front of them. But once Kyoji gets down there, he can only stare eyes wide open. What the hell is this? There's no entrance hall. With a single landing in between, the stairs continue on, looking identical to the ones they just came down. Kyoji heads down to the next landing and peers ahead, only to find that the staircase seems to be going on like this forever. Almost reflexively, his head snaps upward. Above the stairs they just descended, the stairs rises higher and higher as well, until it vanishes into a shroud of darkness. A tinge of panic in his voice, Aoi calls out. How? Beats me. Maybe they've just been hypnotized and are hallucinating. Maybe they just took a wrong turn and wandered into this strange place by accident. Feels like the latter is the more realistic option, but no, going by the building's outside dimensions, it isn't tall enough to contain the stairway. Even assuming there is a basement, there's no way the staircase can be this long. Anyways, let's go down. It's worth a shot, and it isn't like there's anywhere else for us to go. Pulling Aoi by the hand he's still holding, Kyoji begins to carefully descend the stairs. They seem to go on forever. When they reach the next landing, surely then... Kyoji keeps telling himself that as he and Aoi continue down the stairs in silence. It's like they're descending into the abyss. They keep going down. Will they eventually reach the ends of hell? Could it be that they're dreaming? That's the only explanation. Otherwise, none of this is possible. But as he feels the warmth of Aoi's hand in his hand, he can feel Aoi's pulse through it. He can feel air currents. He can feel their feet tread on the hard floor. This is definitely real. It has to be real. So without a word, the two of them grip each other's hand more firmly and hurry along. Some of their shoes scraping on the floor grates on their ears. The only sound that's louder is that of their laboured breaths. All sorts of unwanted thoughts fill their mind. They goes for show earlier. Aoi and Akane's relationship. Does Aoi really resent Akane after all? Who fucking cares? Here's the feeling he understands the dark smiles now. The ones that occasionally showed on Aoi's face when the three of them were together. Sensing he's actually starting to believe this, Kyoji shakes his head. Who really cares though? Kyoji. What is he thinking? That weird man, Gore or whatever. He's just taking it into his head that that's true is all. Aoi denied it. And if he has to choose which ones to believe, Gore or Aoi, naturally it can only be Aoi. Kyoji bites his lip. He needs to think of something else. Should they really keep going down the staircase? Maybe they should rather try going up. Throws a quick glance up the stairs they just came down. Above their heads there's nothing but the stairs and the endless gaping darkness that swallows it up. Can't even see the ceiling. When they decide to climb the stairs, he has a feeling they end up climbing up forever and ever. And even thought, when they just end up back in the room where you can go with the minute they reach the floor above? Maybe he has gone crazy. In this wonderland they found themselves in, it's one possibility after the other. They've been going down the staircase for so long, they have to spend the same amount of time going up, only to end up right back where they started. But if they keep going down, they're bound to get somewhere eventually. Right, that's just common sense. The point is, how could this mansion ever continue? The point is, how could this mansion ever contain such a long and deep stairwell? It's impossible to begin with. In which case, the answer must be simpler. As realistic as it might feel, what they're experiencing right now must be some kind of illusion or dream. It's either that, or they've both gone mad. Maybe he's the only one going mad. Aoi's hand in his, Aoi herself, this never-ending staircase. It might all be some manufactured illusion. Maybe he's all alone, left behind, abandoned, in a strange dream. A shudder shoots down his spine. Kyoji grips Aoi's hand even more firmer than before. It's warm, surely, therefore it must exist. He keeps repeating this to himself in something akin to a prayer as he continues walking this trying path. At some point, long before he's lost track of how many steps he's gone down. In the corner of one of the landings, a door appears before his eyes. Kyoji and Aoi exchange glances. Let's go. Yeah. It touches the door knob. It's cold. The door is real. Even if it's the same room they were in earlier past this door, it's still better than going endlessly down these stairs. Kyoji pushes the door open. Light spills in. It's the entrance hall. Kyoji's eyes get used to the dark in the time he took them to get there, so light immediately tells him where he is. When they came in here, wet from the sun and rain, they felt uncomfortable. Kyoji never imagined he'd come to the same doorstep feeling like this hours later. Anyways, let's get out of here. Yeah. They both reach for the door. It doesn't look locked. They push the door, but it won't open. They realize maybe they should try pulling it. Huh? What the fuck? It all pounds like crazy. There's someone in front of them. Kyoji takes a step back, only for the other figure to also step back, looking surprised. Is this... a mirror? She's right, on the other side of the door is a mirror, the same size as the door. Damn it, they blocked us in! As Kyoji explains his frustration. His reflection in the mirror reacts angrily too. Standing behind him is Aoi's reflection, just like Alice in Wonderland, and the expression contones in an anxious frown. We'll be fine, Namiki. Maybe we can't get out this way, but there's gotta be an exit somewhere. There's a small window besides them. See, we can get out through there. Kyoji says, trying to cheer her up, and reaches for the window, but it won't open. On top of that, he sees his face's reflection on the window glass. The entrance hall is dark. Normally, he'd be able to see what's beyond the window, but all he sees is his reflection, like a mirror was set in the window. Damn it. Kyoji checks the other window across the door. This side too? And so is the window next to it, and the one next to that. Jin-no-kun. Aoi calls out to him anxiously because he doesn't have the presence of mind to answer. So he goes to a flower vase sitting in the corner of the entrance hall. He grabs the vase violently, swinging it over his head. When he drops it, the expensive-looking object shatters across the floor along with the flowers turning to sharp fragments. Namiki, stand back. Kyoji picks up the heavy stand the vase was sitting on and swings at the mirror over the door. Break. I said break. Damn it, why do I want to break? Jin-no-kun. He swings at in blind rage, but the small table breaks before the mirror does. God damn it. Throwing away the table, its legs now broken, Kyoji sinks to the floor. His head is spinning. His heart's beating fast and it feels like his pulse is emanating from every corner of his body. He doesn't think he's straight anymore. His thoughts are all jumbled up and incoherent. They made it through the endless staircase and finally thought they could find a way out, so the disappointment is much more heavier. Kyoji sees his own image in the mirror, hanging his head gloomily, and behind him is the image of Aoi, smirking, like she's mocking Kyoji for exhausting himself. He turns around, but the Aoi standing there looks just as anxious as she did before. Is he going crazy? What's true and what's false? What should he believe? Is what's in the mirror a reflection of the truth? Is the anxious Aoi he's looking at right now actually a fake? No. Which of them is in the mirror? Is he actually inside of the mirror and only thinks he's outside of it? Or maybe the mirror doesn't exist at all, and two Kyojis and Aois exist in this world. Oh, he's definitely going crazy. Or maybe he already has. Perhaps concerned by how Kyoji feels tired, Aoi takes a worriedly step forward. Feeling like giving up yet? Kyoji slowly raises his head. Yuka's looking down at them from atop the staircase, on the second floor railing. The moment he sees Yuka, he feels some relief. Yuka's talking to him, which means he's really here. He really exists. Can I continue the show yet? Can I? Go appears right behind Kyoji, his face moving closer. Kyoji can't even control the mental energy to be surprised anymore. Some part of his mind went numb. He can't even manage to feel surprised at this point. Go gets up and waves his hands over each other. He waves them about like a magician producing something out of thin air, and when his hands return to their original position, the Kyoji and Aoi puppets from earlier are sitting on them. Now then, this is where Aoi's bad girl story reaches its climax. It's the best part. Okay, that I know it's going to be quite long, and this is already 50 minutes long, so that's gonna have to be it. Okay, so bye-bye.